All right, I'll start the timer.
Do it.
All righty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Slinging and Slashing Show. I'm Cody Capper Pace, and that is Don at Don Thomas Miller. Thomas, how we doing here? Day 3. We made it to day 3. They always say if you start a show, the hardest day is to get to number 3. And we're a minute in. We're not finished yet, but we're ready to roll here. So we're on a nice little stretch here, Thomas. How we doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm living. It's almost Friday. NBA, 2 games a day. NHL's pretty much back here today after that 1 game slate yesterday. But overall, we have a new graphic today. So just kind of overall, Thomas, yesterday, how'd you feel it went yesterday for kind of the real NBA day, with just 2 games opening night there on Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, not great, couple days in a row, not great. I'm hoping to bounce back today.
Yeah, I like it. I went 2-1 there in the NBA, so that's a positive for myself. Yesterday, I got the Pacers -5.5, and the Pistons, baby, got them down there in Miami. That was a good win as well. Unfortunately, Wemby, he came close, Thomas. I think, did he end with 5, I believe?
Yeah, 5 boards.
5 boards. Spurs ended up losing the home opener there. They were both on the Devils. They looked like garbage. I think I'm done. I think I'm done betting on Akiri Schmid for a little while. They made it a comeback. I think where they up 4-3, and then right when I texted Thomas, they gave up 2 goals, and I was like, shit. Well, rip to that bet. So I also have the Timberwolves money line. If you are a Patreon/newsletter subscriber of the Coda Sports Gambling Network, that did not hit, missed by a basket. But and then Ovechkin too. He ended up with 4 shots on goal. So again, my analysis, I still felt good about the Ovechkin prop bet there, the shots on goal. That's just tough when you lose by half a point. But today is a new day, Thomas. Thursday, October 26th. And let's start in the NBA. We don't have too many games here, just 2 on the docket. But the Lakers and Suns back in action. In the first game here tonight, Thomas, the 76ers and the Bucks. Bucks at home, -6.5. If you like the 76ers, plus 205 on the money line. Over under 227.5. Anything you like in this game here, Thomas?
Yeah, I'm I'm writing that Sixers to cover at, you said 6.5. Is that right now?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, Harden, James Harden, was on his BS again. Was being weird the entire preseason, and then sounded like I saw a report where he showed up to where the team flight or something with his bags, and they didn't let him go on the game. They didn't let him go on the trip. But I mean, we're still talking about Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, PJ Tucker, Pat Beverly, Tyrese Maxey, D'Anthony Melton. I mean, they still got dudes, and I really think they're those guys that have kind of committed to this team. I think they're going to play better knowing that Harden's not there, and I think they're going to give Milwaukee a game. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that they'll win, but I think they'll keep it close, and it's going to be 2 to 4 point win for Milwaukee, possibly something like that. But yeah, I'm liking the Sixers on this one.
All right. No official play for me here, but I do lean with Thomas as well. Again, anytime you have kind of the Bucks or a team that brought in some stuff in the offseason, and they just got Lillard really not that long ago, right? So you would expect, you would assume, and I hate assuming, especially in this industry, but you would expect, take some time to get used to each other a little bit there and there. There's only one basketball for Milwaukee, so who's going to take the shots, and how's that offense all going to look? Obviously, losing Jrue Holiday hurts a defender. And whenever you lose a defender in the NBA, because there's not that many of them, that's going to hurt your team, right? So I don't hate the play there. I'm just off on this one. But I do have a play in the second game here, Thomas. The Suns and Lakers. Lakers, it's now at -6.5. If you like the Suns on the money line, plus 210 on the road, over under 226.5. Thomas, I'm on the Lakers here. I did get it at -6 before it jumped up. The Suns here on a back-to-back. Beal, I don't believe, is going to play, and then Booker's a little banged up too. So just from the back-to-back, the Lakers have to get right. Can't start 0-2 with this team this year. So I think at home here, the Lakers can get that done. And I'm going to take them -6. Hope for, I'm not, maybe double. I actually was looking for a double Lakers to win by double digits too on Bovada. But I shied away. I'm like, I have to calm down. It's only the third day of the NBA season. I can't get too cocky, too aggressive. So I'm just going to take the Lakers on the spread there, -110, 0.55 units to 1.5 unit there, Thomas. Anything you like here?
Yeah, I'm also on the Lakers. I got in at -5.5.
Okay.
Earlier on this morning. Last week when the line came out, it was 1.5, and it has to do with that Bill injury, and then I believe Devin Booker is actually ruled out now.
Okay.
So yeah, you got a banged up Suns team. They showed up and they upset the Warriors the other night, but I mean, can they do it 2 nights in a row? No Devin Booker. I don't think so. And yeah, I really like LA coming home. They showed a lot, honestly, in that game with Denver, where Denver is just like really good. I think it's one game into the season, but I think they're the obvious best team in the Western Conference at the least. And Lakers kind of got down early, but they hung around. They made it really close, and then Denver just kind of went on a run at the end. That was really impressive to me. And so yeah, I think going back home tonight, the Lakers they take care of business.
Yeah, I love it. Again, Thomas, we're on the same side. That might not be good for the viewers out there. Just kind of keep that in mind. But again, I do like the Lakers. I do think that they can win this by 7 or more, and we can be on our way there. So again, small NBA slate, but that's okay. We'll be back tomorrow with our NBA plays and then the plays for the weekend. So Thomas, the NHL, obviously back here. I think 11 games in action here tonight. So we have a pile of games starting at 6:08. Eastern time, or excuse me, Central Time here. But we'll just kind of kick it to you. Maybe 1 or 2 plays that you like, and then kick it back to me, and then we'll just kind of bounce back and forth. So what do you kind of like here early?
All right, yeah, I actually have exactly 2 plays. First one, actually they're both parlays. One's a single game parlay, the other's a combined 2-game parlay. I'll go with that one first. Minnesota at Philadelphia at the Flyers. The Wild. They're pretty wild on offense and defense. They've had games where they've given up 7 goals. I think 2 games they've given up 7 goals and they scored 7 goals themselves. So very shaky defense. So the one I'm going to play in that on the first part of the 2-leg parlay is I'm going to take Philadelphia at home plus 1.5 on the puck line, which I believe is at around 225, 230. So it's not something you can just play by itself. And what I'm going to add to that, I'm going to take Carolina Hurricane money line, which is also around 200. Weird stat that I saw already in the season. Seattle, after a win, they've lost every single game after they've won. So they've won 4 the next game, every single time they've lost.
Okay.
Carolina has lost 3 in a row. So it might be kind of like a thing where, they're just kind of due to win, but also in those 3 games, I believe they were playing with a 3rd string goalkeeper or goalie, as they say in hockey. So I'm going to combine those 2 together, and it gets to at plus 113. And then the second play I'm looking at, the St. Louis Blues at the Calgary Flames. These 2 teams, if you combine their goals per game, it's 4.4. And that's why you've seen, if you have been checking the books on hockey, you've seen it at 6, which is a pretty low total. Some places you can get 6.5, but most of them are at 6. Also, I noticed 80% of the money is on the Calgary money line. So the public's on Calgary, which is sometimes not something that you really want to hit hard on, but I'm going to give that a little bit of chance to fail. I'm going to take, in a single game parlay, I'm going to take Calgary plus 1.5. Same thing, puck line. And then I'm going to add that to under 6.5 goals. So I'm going to buy up a half goal, buy up that hook. And that gets you to right at around even money. When I played it this morning, it was plus 110. I think right now, I think it's actually even money. But
okay. All right. Cool. There we go. There's Thomas's 2 plays here for tonight's action. Yeah. Flames, I like the under there too. I think that's going to be good. And then also, I have a play in the Wild game and the Flyers game here, Thomas. So I'll give that out. I have, I think, 6 plays in the NHL here. So I do like the Flyers money line, minus 1.05 units. Philip Gustafson in goal for Minnesota. He's had 1 shutout on the year, but he's also allowed 4 more goals in his 3 other starts. So again, Philly at home, off to a strong start. I know they kind of got off to a strong start there last year too, and then kind of faded off, but it's kind of just feels a little different. And Minnesota's gone into Philadelphia here too, Thomas, the last 3 times and came out with a W. So I'm just going to hope that the Flyers, fast start that they're having this year and kind of a revenge. Hey, we've lost to the Wild at home the last 3 times. We're playing well right now. Carter Hart in net, he's playing really well. So I'm going to take the Flyers there on the money line for 1.05 units. So that'll be my first play, Thomas. Not my play of the day, but my first play. My play of the day, I'm going to go with the Senators team total over here against the New York Islanders. Again, there's an update. I'm not sure if Artem Zub is going to play for Ottawa, but I think the Senators here over 3. I do like that. It was at -2 or 2.5, but obviously pretty juicy. I think it was -175. So I just got it up a half a point over 3, -115, just 0.75 units here. But I think they bounce back offensively against New York. The Islanders probably going to go with Sorokin. And again, Sorokin is a household name in the NHL world, but he's given up 5 goals in his last 2 starts. And their backup goalie is this Varlamov kid. He hasn't played since Saturday. So it's either you're going to get Sorokin, who is probably – he hasn't been great to start out the year, or you're going to get the kid that hasn't played since Saturday. So, again, Ottawa scored 3 or more goals in 5 of the 6 games this season, and New York's defense is allowing 3.4 goals per game. Again, if you like drinking the juice, Thomas, which sometimes I do, you can get it at 2.5 at -170. But I just went the over 3. Get the push in there. I don't love playing for pushes, but it's also like, hey, it's not a loss, right? So pushes aren't losses. People need
pushes are not losses. Yeah.
Yes.
Get your money back.
You get your money back. Put it on a t-shirt. All right, and then my couple other plays here I have, Thomas, for today's NHL slate. This one's just a 0.2 unit play because it's +290. But the Ducks Bruins first period under 1. I'm hoping for no goals in this period. Ducks are not very good, obviously, offensively. They scored 2 goals or fewer in 5 of their 6 games this season, and the Bruins are just a juggernaut defensively. So I'm going to hope that the Ducks get shut down at home here by the Bruins, and then the Bruins cool off too, save the scoring for the second and third periods. Just 0.2 units on this. No goals in the first period. I got that at +290. So that'll kind of be my long shot play there, Thomas. But I've been kind of going back and forth with a few of them this year, and I just need one to hit before I start getting hot here. So this is the one. I'm feeling it.
I'm believing.
Yeah, all right. That's all I need. Then I'm going to take the Kraken here. Thomas mentioned the Hurricanes and the Seattle Kraken. I'm going to take the Kraken. I just still don't believe in Carolina defensively yet. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not saying it's there. Or I'm not saying it's not there. It is. Brind'Amour will get those guys rolling, but I just have not seen it here lately. So I'm going to fade Carolina at least on their opponent's team total wise, and I'm going to just continue to back that. So I'm going to take the Kraken team total over 2.5 -115. I'm going to put 1.15 units. This is one of my top plays of the day, Thomas. So I'm going to take the Kraken in that one. And then I have a anytime goal scorer, Erik Karlsson from the Pittsburgh Penguins. +280, just 0.2 units here against the Colorado Avalanche. Again, the Avalanche hot, looking like one of the best teams in the NHL, to nobody's surprise here. But Karlsson, if you look, played for San Jose last year, now on the Penguins team here, Thomas. He's been the Penguins' best player this season as terms as 3 points. Again, 3 points isn't a lot, but the Penguins haven't garnered a ton of points here this season, but he's at the top of that list. And then if you kind of look at what he's done recently in the last 3 years here, Thomas, Karlsson against the Colorado Avalanche, he has 8 points with 4 goals against the Avalanche. So I kind of see this playing out. Either the Avalanche continue the hot streak, they go 7-0, Thomas, and or you have the Penguins who can maybe steal one at home. And if that happens, Karlsson's going to have to score a goal. So I'm going to take him to score a goal, just 0.2 units on this one at +280. So there we go. There's my plays for today, Tom. It's Thursday, October 26th, almost Friday. How about that?
Yeah, I'm ready for the weekend. Working for the weekend.
Yes, sir. So, all right, that is a show for today here of the Slinging and Slashing Show. You can find us on Twitter at Slinging and Slashing. You can find Thomas on Twitter at John Thomas Miller, or myself at Coda Capper Pace. And you can follow the Coda Sports Gambling Network at Coda Cappers on Twitter, who we are a part of. Thomas, any closing thoughts before we wrap it up and get to watching these games?
No, man. I'm just ready to start actually giving out winners.
Yes,
So
it's
I
coming.
don't become the fade guy. I don't want to become the fade guy. I'm putting my real money on this, so I am trying, and I'm hoping it starts getting better, a little bit better.
Yep. Fingers crossed, Thomas. We believe it's coming, and that's all we got to do. So again, the winning starts today. I feel it. I feel it in our bones. One day before the weekend starts here, and we'll see everybody tomorrow on the Slinging and Slashing Show. Peace.
Bye.